So what do you really need to have an awesome 4th gen Toyota Tacoma, the 2024 or 2025? Now, for the trolls out there, no, I don't need a V6 engine. No, I don't need a tune. And no, I don't need to buy a 3rd gen Tacoma. So let's get that out of the way right away, right? By the way, you may have noticed I've been kind of experimenting with an alert on the channel. We're adding a little stupid looking troll cartoon figure and alert, troll alert, just so that you guys know that these people are trolls and they're really only looking to cause problems, cause a fight, be negative. There's a lot of them out there. We're gonna start calling them out. Anyway, what do you really need? This, of course, is my opinion. Now, why is my opinion worth anything? Or is it at all? Well, I am I think 9th, maybe 10th time Toyota Tacoma owner. Now, that's not enough. Just buying the truck doesn't make me some kind of expert, which I don't claim to be, but I am experienced with the truck. And I have had a lot of compliments from people over the years as to what I do with my trucks. So I think that qualifies me enough. Number one, you've got to change the wheels and the tires from stock. Now, I'm not a big hater of the wheels and tires that come stock, but the truck can be so much better if you go to something aftermarket, particularly if you go with a little bit of wheel poke, a little bit of tire poke on the new setup. Now, I'm not saying you have to go as far out as I do. I mean, I'm about 3-4 inches outside the fender well. Some people would say that's excessive. It's going to throw stuff all over the back of your truck. Yeah, I get it. But you know what? It's the way I like it. And I haven't noticed any chips or anything like that yet with the truck. So I think I'm doing okay. Number two, if you're going to go with a little bit bigger wheels and tires, or more importantly, a little bit more tire poke, you have to do a lift, right? You have to do a lift so that you allow the tire to turn without hitting any of the fenders, the front or the back, or even possibly impacting some of the suspension underneath. You just got to get the truck up in the air a little bit, right? Doesn't take much. A 1.5 inch level lift on the front of the truck will get you everything that you need. Now, obviously, if you're going with something more extreme, you're going to put 35s on the truck or 37, something crazy, you're going to have to do a lot more. But I think in doing that, you're really robbing the truck of power and also, I think, a little bit of maneuverability, right? Unless you really work on that suspension and you're also willing to spend tons and tons of money, something that I'm not particularly willing to do. Next up, window tint. Something that is so simple. You've got to do window tint. It's going to cost you about $130 on up to, maybe $200 and some dollars. It really kind of depends on what type of tint you get. You know, if you go with some kind of ceramic coated or ceramic tint or something even more expensive, well, obviously, it's going to cost you a little bit more money. However, I think just the 3M, I think they call it 3M Color Lock or Color Fast or something like that, is perfect. It cost me $130 to do the 2 side windows, and they match. As far as the percentage goes, 20%. 20% seems to match up with what's already done or what the truck comes with in the rear. Keep in mind, depending on where you live, it may not be legal. That's why the tent shop has you sign that piece of paper acknowledging that you're aware that you put 20% tent, in this case, on your truck. Next up, you gotta have the TRD style or the TRD Pro grill. I think it's just an awesome look for the front of the truck, and it also serves a functional purpose in that you can add an LED light bar or even the Raptor style lights in that grill. You can buy a grill that comes with all of this from the beginning. It looks so much better on the truck, and functionally having that LED light bar on the front can be very helpful if you're ever in a situation that's really dark. Maybe you're an off-roader, you're cutting through the woods at night or something. Obviously, you're going to want to have something that gives you better visibility out of the front. And you'll have that with the TRD Pro Grill with the inset LED light bar. Now, is it easy to do? I wouldn't say it's difficult to do, but it's certainly not as simple to do as what the third gen was. The third gen, you had a couple of bolts or something and a couple of push pin things to pull out, unplug a light fixture or whatever, pop the thing off, and you're pretty much set to go, right? A bit more involved. I have a video on the channel. If you want to see it, just search RobMotive grill and you'll come across probably 3 or 4 different videos for things that I did with that. A must-have. Another, on the 4th gen Tacoma, for some reason Toyota thought it'd be a great idea to have this big cannon sticking off the back side of the truck. Over here on the driver's side, the exhaust pipe. Why? I mean, first of all, if you are into off-roading and stuff, do you really want that thing hanging down there to grab onto something and ruin the whole exhaust? I don't think so. And secondly, it looks like crap. It just looks like some big thing. And wait till it starts to break down and rust. It's really going to look bad. It's an eyesore. Take it off, put the shorty exhaust dump or the axle dump exhaust piece on. Very easy to do. You just have to make sure you get the rear end of your truck up in the air a little bit so that you can maneuver the existing exhaust piece with attached resonator off. It doesn't hurt to lower the spare tire. Some folks have said that they've done it without doing that. Frankly, I'm not quite sure how. Maybe if you He-Manned it off of there, you'd be able to do it. Just not my thing, really. Lastly, we got to mention one more thing, and it is the tonneau cover. I think having a bed on a truck, unless you're hauling big stuff all the time, a tonneau cover is the way to go because it's going to enable you to utilize the bed fully. In other words, you're going to be able to haul stuff really in any kind of weather as long as it's not big stuff and you have to open the tonneau. And for the most part, it's not going to leak so much that it's going to ruin whatever you have in there. And notice, I said so much. I haven't come across a tonneau cover other than the cheapy versions that don't leak. You're always going to get some water in there. Just make sure that if you put a tonneau on a 4th gen Tacoma, that you do something to reinforce the rails, or the caps I should say, along the bed rails, along the bed sides, because it's going to pull them up. Anything you put on there that puts downforce into the bed, if you will, like a tonneau, the brackets or the side frames, are going to pull those up, and you're not going to be happy with it. Anyway, those are just a few things that I think, again, personal preference, you should do with your brand new Toyota Tacoma. Leave a comment. Let me know if I left anything off. Nothing extreme. I'm talking about the things that you do right away just to kind of make the truck your own and kind of finish it off a little bit. I'd be curious to know. Maybe I'll add them to my truck. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.